Hey, what's going on? You know who it is. You know what it is. All right, you guys. I will give Eminem credit. Eminem is a master manipulator and a master opportunist. I give him credit that he capitalizes off the fact that he has a cult, disturbing, psychotic fan base where he can do no wrong in their eyes and that they will defend him no matter what. And they will try to force you to say that he's the GOAT and the greatest rapper of all time, even though you don't believe it and you don't have to say, like I keep telling you fucks, I don't have to believe and say Eminem is the greatest. He's not the greatest. That's my fucking opinion. I don't care if you don't respect it. I don't care if you don't like it. I don't take orders from you guys and you don't tell me who to put in my top five. I don't take orders from white people when it comes to my greatest rapper of all time. I don't take orders from white people, coon, black people, Asians, uh, Hispanics, whatever you are. It's equal opportunity when it comes to you don't tell me that I have to say Eminem is the GOAT because he's not the GOAT. He's just a dude that is capitalized off of profiting off of an art form that we created. And he stole his style from black rappers. So I'm trying to figure out how is a white dude the greatest rapper of all time when he copied off of black artists. So that doesn't make any kind of sense. That's an oxymoron. It doesn't make any kind of sense at all. It's the Columbus thing. You get credit for going somewhere and discovering a place where people was already at. It's the Elvis factor, like I said. Get credit for doing something that other people already did that you emulated, but you got more notoriety. But in case you guys don't know, Eminem dropped a new video called Darkness, where basically he was talking about the song is really based off what happened in Las Vegas a few years ago. I think 2017, October the 1st, because my birthday is on September the 29th. Now, keep in mind, for those who don't know, who only been listening to me like maybe the last year and a half or whoever you are, I was there when it happened. I almost went to the Mandalay Bay. And after that travesty happened, and shout out to the LDBC. As soon as the shooting happened, everybody called, 7A called, the one LBZ called, I got a text from Quest, quite a few people. And, my son was going crazy. He was ecstatic. And I had to tell people, but shout out to the one LBZ. He knew I was alive because first of all, Town Business would never go to no country music concert under no circumstances. As soon as I would have found out it was a country music concert, I would have turned right back around. So anyway, shout out to the to the LDBC, you know, and my subs, because a lot of my subs was hitting me up asking me, was I okay? Yeah, I was fine. I was staying at the opposite end of Las Vegas. I was at Circus. Shout out to Circus, man. They really protected everybody that stayed at the hotel, man. But anyway, to make a long story short, that's what the video is about. Now I'm gonna advertise it. I'm gonna talk about it. The song is called Darkness, and Eminem goes into deep detail about what happened. How the dude, and people be killing me when they're gonna say this song is genius. Why? Anybody could write a song describing an incident that happened. I mean, for real. Spice One been doing that for years. But nevertheless, it's with Eminem, his stands enhance anything that he does. So anyway, he goes into deep detail. And then he talks about, the aftermath of what happened. Then he has this promo saying vote, enough is enough, basically saying we need to stop gun violence and they need to have better gun control laws. Oh, okay. Really? I find that interesting. And then Eminem is also quoted, I'm looking for that quote where he was saying that he think only cops should have guns. So, oh, really? Oh, you talking about the same cops that's under fire for basically, shooting a whole bunch of unarmed men. Kind of funny, Eminem decides to make a rap about a dude who shot pretty much nothing but white people. And he talks about a lot of the incidents that happened with gun violence. Pretty much there were, uh, you know, pretty much white guys shooting up places. Now, it's kind of funny, he's supposed to be a man of the people, but he don't talk about, you know, the stuff that goes on in the hood. Keep in mind, the hood validated him and gave him his notoriety. Like I said, once again, if it wasn't for black people, Eminem wouldn't even be where he is. But you have these, uh, you have these Mayonnaise Nation members that try to give him sole credit. Like I said, if it wasn't for Dr. Dre, Eminem wouldn't even be where he is. So I just want Mayonnaise Nation members to remember, if it wasn't for black people, Eminem wouldn't be shit, and he wouldn't have shit. He would be just another racist rapper, which that video was coming soon too, because I done dug up quite a few of Eminem's old tracks via the help of this sister, and I'm gonna recommend her channel on the next video. Now, keep in mind, I just want you to understand what a hypocrite Eminem is. He talking about gun control and all that type of shit, and only cops should have guns. I wonder how you pro-gun advocates gonna feel about your precious Eminem saying that only cops should have guns. He's clearly being anti-Second Amendment. But some of y'all are so stupid, y'all gonna be like, "Whoa, maybe Eminem is right." Yeah, right. Come on now. But where Eminem is a hypocrite is this is the same dude that has had several songs where he's talked about doing stuff to his mother, to his ex-wife, and keep in mind, the outro, that song M-Core. Basically, he pretends to finish singing and he takes out a gun and starts shooting people in the audience. See, I remember this shit. Because I told you, I had some Eminem records. I admit that. I said that. I did. But I'm going to tell you right now, had I knew and heard those songs, those blatantly racist songs that he made, I would have never fucked with him. And the only reason why I even gave Eminem a chance, even though I overlooked the fact that he disrespected Will Smith, he disrespected Michael Jackson, he disrespected quite a few black artists. He disrespected MC Hammer, because I was a big fan of NWA, and Dre had this imaginary street cred that he really didn't have. I overlooked that. But had I heard those, and you know what? I got to take my L for that. I regret ever buying any of Eminem's albums. I regret ever putting money into his pocket. And I regret putting money into Dr. Dre's pocket for Dr. Dre even producing a guy that had songs where he blatantly was disrespecting black women and black people. This man referred to black people as porch monkeys and I mean, for real, spear chuckers. Oh, I heard some of those songs. Man used the N-word with the ER, and I don't want to hear that shit about that he was young. Nah, fuck that. Like I said, I don't give a fuck if he was 16 or 17. Nah, some of those songs were made where he was well into his 20s. Okay. Eminem put out his first major release album, I think at age 20, 28, 29. I think his first album came out like in 1999, 98, something like that. So he was, for real, he was born in 72. But like I said, I got to take my L because I wish I never would have bought any of his records. But I said that back in my early videos. So like I said, I apologize to the black community for buying this dude's records. I apologize to my black sisters for buying records of a man that blatantly disrespected y'all. I don't want to be kumbaya with the other side. We're not one. Hip hop don't unite us. We ain't never been united. So you can save that shit. Hip hop ain't never bridged no gaps. And that's been proven time and time again. So I just wanted to put my disclaimer, and I want to apologize to the black community and to black women. And once again, Black Fist and Nick Cannon for standing up to Eminem. Eminem, as far as I'm concerned, will always be a racist cracker. I don't care how many fronts he put up by trying to align himself with black people and trying to, you know, try to sign black artists and all that kind of stuff and put black artists on his records. He will always be a white supremacist to me. Now, but let's get back to Eminem's hypocrisy. As I said before, this is a man that has made several songs threatening to harm himself, his family. He's talked about killing people, shooting people, Columbine, reenacting Columbine. This dude is one of the biggest hypocrites I've ever seen. And he's capitalized off that and made money off of it. But now all of a sudden, this dude is talking about gun control. Now all of a sudden he cares about people getting hurt. I guess his own people, right? This needs, like I said, I ain't no nut hugger. And don't come here talking about what other rappers say. I don't give a fuck about what other rappers say. This is my opinion. Once again, what part you mayonnaise nation Elmer's glue people don't understand that you can't pull that card with me. Whatever that black person said is what he said. You don't get to instigate and try to compare us together. Oh, well, this dude said this. You don't get that choice anymore. You never had it with me. You don't get to play black people up against each other. Sorry, that house nigga, field nigga stuff is over with. Whatever they say is their opinion. But like I said before, Eminem is a flat out hypocrite. This is what made him who he is. Why people were so mesmerized by him. His so-called anti-establishment lyrics. All of a sudden now he cares. But this was the main dude that was talking about doing this type of stuff on his records. Talking about cutting people up with chainsaws, disembowering them and dismembering them and all this kind of stuff. So for real, this dude is one of the biggest hypocrites I've ever seen. Go listen to that song or just go to Encore. Google it. The outro. I mean, he emulates pulling out a gun and shooting people in the crowd. But he talking about gun violence and gun control. But his whole career, he's been, oh, do whatever you want. Take drugs, shoot people, harm people. And it's kind of funny. It's funny how you had these hypocritical white media outlets always targeting, which it was a front anyway, targeting so-called gangster rappers about their lyrics, but they never went after him about his lyrics, except for what he said about gay people. And like I said, the man is a straight coward and a punk. He knew what rappers to fuck with and who not to fuck with. Real talk. Nick Cannon did what he was supposed to do, which was defend himself as a black man against a white boy and defend his wife. And don't come here talking about why I'm making this about race. Because he didn't got too many passes disrespecting black people. Like I said, Michael Jackson was fighting for his life, and this dude made fun of him. And keep in mind, and tried to insinuate that he was a child molester. And once again, the feds investigated Michael Jackson for over 10 years and they didn't find shit. And then, like I said, and to the black people that didn't check him, fuck y'all too. To the hip hop artists that didn't check him, fuck y'all. He should have got checked a long time ago. But y'all was too busy shucking and jiving and cooning and giving him a pass. But anyway, I just wanted to call out Eminem's hypocrisy. This your boy Town Biz. I'm out.